Hi, this is Steven from Just Got Played, and I was recently gifted a copy of Guillotine, so this is definitely not a new game. See, it's ages 12 and up. This game is, about 25 years old now, and even this edition, which might be like the fourth edition, the most recent English edition from Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast, this is about 12 years old. As well. And it is basically just a bunch of cards and rules for play. I know some versions had an actual guillotine in them, not a working guillotine, obviously, but something to represent the guillotine. Because you have to be able to move it from one side to the other. So there was like a little thing you assembled. I don't know if this has that or just has a card or something. But I don't know. We're about to find out. Oh, it does have the guillotine. What do you know? Well, there you go. All right. So here is, the guillotine. Right, and then this, not entirely sure how that folds out. Maybe like this. And then, don't want to break it, but I think this folds out and then attaches down there. Why aren't you coming out? There you go. And maybe it attaches down here. Now you actually have a standing guillotine. All right, because you're going to have a row of cards out of people, and you're going to have some cards that move this from one side to the other. But, that's interesting. You don't really need to fold it out. You can just lay it down like this. And if you wanted to go back in this box, you are definitely going to have to put those back every time. So I don't know. We'll see how I end up using that as time goes on. Here's the instruction manual, which looks like it's from the 70s or something because it doesn't really have any color and it's just this cheap paper. But hey, nothing wrong with that, okay, right? As long as the rules are clear. And this game is so simple, I can't imagine that the rules are not clear. Is that folding out in some? Yeah, wow. That's, yeah. That is an awful way to make a rule book. But hey, again, like I said, simple games. In fact, I'm surprised there are so many rules in there. All right, let's have a look at some of the cards, right? So there's two different types of cards. There are the people who are in line to have their head chopped off by our friendly guillotine. And then there are the action cards. So let's have a look at these. I think every card has unique art. So you are an executioner and you are going to execute one or maybe more people on your turn. And those people are worth points. So, you can execute Marie Antoinette or King Louis XVI. So Regent, these are all, I think, nobles is what this background is called. Robespierre, I think the round ends when he gets, the day ends after you collect this noble. Collect this noble means you cut their head off, basically. All right, and so you just, that ends the day and you do a whole new line. All right, so these are all nobles. We've got a lot of different, I don't know what you think of the art style, but it's nice that there's, a different art on every card. And, there is some humor in having a piss boy. Although, I have to say, I think it should be negative points if you, execute the piss boy with a guillotine. Like, what did the piss boy do, right? What a crappy job, and then you get executed. All right. I don't know what these, this color on the outside is. I don't know what that stands for offhand, but you've got the cardinal and the archbishop. These are all worth a bunch of points, right? All right. Down to less. Do we have two of the same? Hey, finally two of the same. All right. These might be. Yeah, there's something special about the red border. I don't remember exactly what it is, but there's the general. And some of them, like I said, they've got a special thing after you claim the card, claim their head. Captain of the guard. So add another noble from the noble deck to the end of the line. Okay. You got a lieutenant, a couple of those. The palace guards, now they scale as you collect them, right? So if you have one, it's 1 point. If you have two, they're 2 points each. If you have three, they're 3 points each, etc. I don't know how high up it goes. Maybe as high as you get them all. All right, governor, councilman. All right, so these are all the different people whose, head you can chop off. A rival executioner. It's like executing another player at the table, right? Hero of the people. Yeah, definitely the people don't like it if you execute some of these people. So this is where I think the piss boy belongs. I mean, come on. All right, martyr, tragic figure. This noble. That's a noble? Okay. All right, and these are, now we're getting into action cards, right? So for instance, you can move a noble forward exactly 2 places in line because you're going to execute the first person in line. So maybe you push a noble up before you, execute them, because nobles are worth 100 points, right? So you're constantly, that's what you're doing, right? On your turn, you're playing an action card. If you want, I think playing the action card is, let me get this other deck open here. I think playing the action card is optional, and then you have to execute somebody, and then get more action cards, maybe, depending on what you did. All right, so yeah, action cards. I didn't look at the back. All right, so here's the back of an action card. Is that different than the back of it? Yeah, it is. That's nice. All right, those are what the 2 backs look like. All right, after you, Bribe the Guards, Callous Guards, Church Support. And that one actually just sits in front of you, right? Yeah. Yep, so you get points based on that. So some of these cards, they sit in front of you. Some of them manipulate the line. Some of them mess with the other opponents. Like, I think there's one in here where it's like mist or something, and you take the last person they executed and put in the back of the line, like they somehow missed with a guillotine, or whatever, All right. Okay. Discard an action card. All right. Fountain of Blood. All right. That's just straight up worth some points. All right. Like a Faith. All right. So, it's reverse the order of the line. So instead of actually reversing everything, this is where you just move the guillotine over to the other side. Right. So that's cool. Purple Nobles. Military Might. Oh, yeah. All right. Get more red nobles that way. Oh, there's the mist, right? Player must place the last noble he or she clicked at the end of the line. Whatever. However you missed with a guillotine. Right. And I'm just going to go through these real quick, looking at some of the art. That one's interesting. Scarlet Pimpernel. And, it is nice that this is just a bunch of cards. Well, plus that guillotine, which could have also just been a card. And it just comes in this really, it's not, it's about the quality of a tuck box, but it's small, right? I don't know. I just like small boxes. So anyway, this is what you get if you get the latest English version anyway of Guillotine, which is, like I said, about a 25-year-old game now. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, please. That does help me out. If you want to suggest some other games or want to ask some questions about this or anything else, go to the description of the video down below, and you can come to our Discord channel. You can leave a comment here on YouTube if you want, or you can come to our Discord channel and talk to us about games. There's links to all of our social media platforms where you can follow us. But anyway, until the next time, thanks for watching.